I wanted to show you one more thing when it comes to creative inspiration. And this I made very quickly. It is a paper towel tube, and I was cutting out a stencil. So this is what was left over from the stencil. And then these are all just deli paper and found objects, a little bit of washi tape, all sorts of stuff. And I was at a art retreat, and I'm very free in my art. I do a lot of just whatever works, like try it out. And I had people ask me like, what do you think about this? Do you think I should do this or this? And I finally said, I just need to make a permission stick. So I did. And I'd say, well, do you think you should do it? And they'd say, yes. And I'm like, permission granted. Oh, that hurt probably. Permission granted. And I'd give them a knighting of the creative permission stick. I keep it in my studio to remind me that I have permission to work however I want. And I am interested in inspiration always, and keeping my inspiration bucket. I think of often as an artist. I mean, I go in a lot of different ways with my art, but as an artist, I always want to stay truly, truly inspired, and inspired from my own story and soul. But when I find a tool that works really well for inspiration, I tend to just go back to that tool. So when I'm in need of inspiration, or in need a little bit more zhuzh in my practice, I love creating art. I go many different ways with it, but I do also do a practice of bringing people together and bringing community together in many different ways. And recently I brought a group of girlfriends together, and we went away for the weekend and spent the whole weekend really deeply talking and connecting and doing some art projects together and working on some vision boards and different things. And one of the things we did was we used a tool that I love, and it's by a creator I really love. And I noticed that creator had another one of these tools for sale. I'm just noticing there's a big sticker over what I want to show you. It's called Gabrielle Bernstein, and this is the Super Attractor card deck. It's a 52. So this, I'm gonna get that sticker off completely, but this is a Super Attractor, Gabrielle Bernstein, artwork by Michaela Ezra, and it's 52 cards. This is secondhand. This was owned by someone else previously. It's good to feel good. I find card decks as a really beautiful place to have in my studio. I do have a little altar space in my studio that helps me stay inspired and stay connected and grounded with my story and my voice. And sometimes just taking a one card pull changes everything. You're in a stuck spot, you're feeling a little angry at maybe something isn't turning out the way you wanted, or you want to just freshen up or try something new. I have a couple of decks that I've created just to like get me out of a rut, but these ones I find work really well to just put me in a really good place. I might light a candle and do a quick meditation, and I find this practice of pulling a card is something that I really love to include in my creative practice. So let's pull this card. First off, I really like the back. I love that the moon, they're the same on all of her decks, have like a circular motif with a black and white, or might be, I'm unsure, I have to go grab the other card decks, but I love this setup. And the more I attune my energy with appreciation, the more the universe will deliver. The artwork is usually very simple, very pretty, definitely in my vein of how I work. I love to do mark making and neat collage shapes. These look like pen and ink and watercolor. Just gonna kind of quickly push through. Yep, pretty much all of them are watercolor and pen and ink. Art card, let's get one more. Let's see what we got. There we go. This one. A second card is, I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. So these aren't about painting, but I always feel like a lot of people are really afraid when they're painting, and it does feel like they just fit really well. The last one. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. So there's the 3 cards for today. Brand new deck, so excited. Very much a part of my practice. I wanted to show you that. So I always am like trying to find ways to keep my inspiration moving forward. Stuff like behind me, like hanging stuff I really love that I've worked on recently, or I'm trying to figure out, makes me so happy and so integrated into my space. If you're liking this content, I hope you could consider subscribing and just really coming along for the journey. Take care.